I will say he's not speaking like an Army Ranger.
He's not speaking like an Army Ranger, you're right.
No, okay, that's a blatant lie.
Yeah, it's just a lie from this quote-unquote expert.
These guys are talking a lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit from our quote-unquote experts. Ooh, do they show these guys credentials in the end? Maybe, I don't know.
Let's
maybe a medal or something.
Let's try to find that out.
Yeah, we'll check that out later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Killcount Classified Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to a quote-unquote spec ops and an ER doctor reacting to Escape from Tarkov, and we're going to be reacting to their reaction. Yeah. And we're gonna say what we think.
Yeah, see what they got right and see what they got wrong.
Yeah, because obviously our opinions are better. We've done more tours. We've done more tours. We've been around.
If you don't know, my name is Jason Steele. I am former Army Ranger, Green Beret Special Forces.
Right.
I've done a few tours, about 30, 40 in total, just in Iraq. And this is my co-host.
I'm Kyle Striker, Navy SEAL. I've done about 85 tours so far in my, I'd say about 35 plus years of service. I'm quote unquote retired now, but I still get called in then and then when they need something.
When they need something special done, they call us.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So let's see what these special ops have to say about.
And this random doctor, Jordan Wagner.
Jordan Wagner.
Sounds good.
So let's get into the video. Let's
get
go.
in.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Experts React. My name is Cameron Fath. I am a former Army Ranger, and to my right,
Dr. Jordan Wagner.
Have you seen this guy?
I've not seen him. That does not mean he's not an Army Ranger, but I've not seen him.
We've just not seen him. We've just not seen him. That's all.
I figure it'd be good to have, an expert that knows how to make holes and an expert that knows how to plug them.
I think that's a perfect idea.
Alleged experts.
Let's say alleged. I say that.
Alleged experts. We've got an AK platform.
It's a good place to be.
Let's see what they
Bushes
say.
can't stop bullets.
That's right.
That's true.
Unless I'm behind that bush.
Are you an Army Ranger?
No, I'm definitely not.
No, he's not.
I am though. I
haven't seen him.
a bit higher up, but basically.
Yeah. Needle, right?
We got some meds.
I love shooting up.
Yeah, do it often.
Morphine, right, is a common med. Pills if you're in pain, which won't work that fast.
Yeah, pill packs are included in an individual's IFAC most of the time on deployment. The
That's
Army
true.
tells me to eat them,
That is
so
true.
I'll eat them. I don't ask any questions.
I wonder if, like, different scenarios, right? Do they have, like, if you're going into potential, like, chemical warfare, atropine versus like, these other.
I just don't breathe. If there's some sort of gas, I just stop breathing, and that usually solves that chemical warfare part.
You get kind
I can hold my breath for about 10, 15
use
minutes.
them according to color and according to which agent you've been exposed to. So if it's like a nerve agent, then you have to use this one.
This is true. He's telling the truth. This is
it's true. We don't use them in the special forces, but
no, we don't really need. We have training for this.
Yeah, we don't need
We
them.
have different training.
Here's your kit. This is what you use it for. Boom, 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 and
Go.
don't get shot.
yeah.
Look at all this.
Look at all those.
Right.
These guys a little pill pack.
All right.
Typically, medics will carry all your meds that you have to push. Okay. So
True, medics will carry medical equipment. That's a very
Oftentimes
obvious
they do.
statement of special guy, Navy guy, whatever this guy was, whatever.
Pressure dressings and all that just treat minor, intermediate battlefield trauma.
I will say he's not speaking like an Army Ranger.
He's not speaking like an Army Ranger, you're right.
Like, I even know that.
Oh yeah, because you're smart.
Yeah, I would need to think
Allegedly.
Alleged.
There we go. Oh, I'll get domed, buddy.
Yeah, we like shooting.
We like shooting. We like the shooting. No hostage taking. The shooting.
Don't.
But he's getting blood on his screen, so he must be getting shot or injured. There's a lot of like changing around. This different thing.
You would
Shooting
often
up
get
some
shot.
drugs,
You would often get shot and not notice because, it actually doesn't hurt that bad to get shot.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I really rarely get shot anyway because I just don't get hit.
I move.
I move.
Fire and move.
Yeah.
In the stack, typically because we work in teams of 4, goes.
Right. Teams of 5.
Teams of 5, yeah.
Command would go immediately the other direction.
No, we would do it the opposite way.
Yeah.
Just because that.
No, B shape.
No, B shape.
Of that room.
And everybody has their role, right?
Everybody has a role.
No, not necessarily. I just sometimes I just solo in. I let my guys stay outside.
Be reorganized.
Got it. That's similar to what we have, like if a cardiac arrest comes in or trauma.
No, it isn't. I worked at a hospital before. That's not true at all.
No, okay, that's a blatant lie.
Yeah, it's just a lie from
That's
this
a blatant
quote-unquote
lie.
expert.
Where you know how everybody does specific things, so
I don't know how they do these things.
No.
We're all doing different things.
because of repetition.
Yep.
Yeah, same dynamic in the special operations.
Repetition. I don't know. I did it once and I was fine.
Smoke them.
We do a lot of things once.
Yeah. Oh, he died.
He died
Couldn't
first.
be me. Couldn't be me.
Traveling down hallways, going down the center is not always the most ideal.
Actually, it is ideal because you want to get there as fast as possible.
As fast
you
as
want to do
possible,
that.
you want to be in the action.
Yeah.
Ricochet off. Oh man.
Okay.
Jumping around. Yeah, I like that.
I do that a lot.
I'm assuming you got packs on, right?
Yeah,
So
you
you're
got
wearing
packs,
more.
you got plates on, you got.
Yeah, but they don't weigh much.
They don't weigh much.
You know, 3 times your own height. So that's almost a floor and a half. That can cause serious injuries. So if you're landing,
These guys are talking a lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit from our quote-unquote
bullshit.
experts.
all the way through your spine, and now you have extra weight on you.
You're bearing a load.
It's almost like, you know, the parkour people where you actually like hit and roll so you can
I
take
don't
some of
know.
the.
I don't know.
He landed. Now he's back getting it.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's just not. It's just not.
it's not
Not the
adding up.
case. It's not adding up what these guys are saying. You know.
His meds, so he must be doing either getting some stimulants, some epi, or some pain meds. But you don't want pain meds at this point.
It's also just for joy.
It is
Joy,
also just for
the
joy. The
moment.
drugs are not just for combat. We just kind of take it on our free time too.
Gotta be on your toes when you're on a firefight. It'd be no good. Same.
Not really. Not really.
No, you can be pretty calm.
You can be pretty calm and sleep a little bit if you want nap.
Yeah, it's a good time to
Not
catch
nap,
some sleep.
not nap.
Not nap. It's
nap.
sleep. I don't respect people who take naps.
I don't trust people who take naps either.
Yes,
Get
get him. Now turn that corner.
Got him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got him. I would have done the same
I
thing.
would have done the same thing. I would have done that. That's how I would have done it.
Bandaging up himself.
Oh, it looks like he's got a little Israeli bandage or a pressure dressing.
Got it. So it all depends on the wound, right?
Yeah.
So first, direct pressure.
You don't want to put pressure on the wound because that could make the wound larger. Actually,
Yeah.
you want to be very light with the pressure.
Light
You want
with
to take care
pressure.
of it like a little soft baby. You know.
Be careful. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Bleeding, then you need to.
Every
Don't
wound
do
is like
this.
a head, like the head of a fetus.
Yeah.
Very soft.
You actually still use that limb if the tourniquet's on. You can use it as a stump.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can. And we do it
Absolutely.
often. We
I do it all the time.
Properly put on tourniquet,
Yeah.
I would not be able to bend my arm just
Right.
because it is so tight on my.
I would.
I would.
I would be
yeah,
able
I would
to.
definitely.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
definitely. This guy might not be Army Ranger.
This-
Maybe he's a
yeah.
Marine. Maybe he's a Marine. I
He
don't
might
know.
be Navy.
He might be Navy.
He might be Navy.
It might be a bit of stolen valor. I don't want to come
We
out
don't
and
want,
say
no,
right
no,
now.
no. We're not saying it. We're not saying
Let's
that.
hold off
Let's
on
hold off on that
allegations.
one.
But Ranger, alleged Ranger.
Alleged.
build.
It's breaking
and
down.
You have to amputate it.
Yep, of course. And then the issue is
You don't have to amputate
You don't have to
it.
amputate
You can
it.
actually.
You can live with it. You
It
can-
happened in my
it
leg. You
happened
can.
to
You
me.
can. Yeah. Well, you can't see it. It's
Yeah,
healed well.
It's fine.
But it happened in my
It's
leg.
fine. It's
It's
fine.
funny that you said pressure first and then stuff it with gauze and then tourniquet. In our military training,
No, you don't want to put anything in it.
Don't
no,
put
no,
it.
no,
Just
no,
let
no,
it
no,
bleed
no.
out a little bit.
accessible, and it's the quickest way to deter that bleeding and stop that bleeding. Because I mean, honestly, we're trying to get them out there as fast as possible, anyways.
Right.
So tourniquets are the easiest and quick solution for
right,
that.
exactly. And it,
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Common sense, I guess. Everyone knows that already.
Yeah. I feel like they're saying a lot of things we either know or it's bullshit.
Something you get taught in second grade.
Yeah.
You know.
more meds. This guy's
More
just
meds,
doping
yeah.
up all day long, like just stimulant after stimulant.
We do that all the time. All the time in the special forces. Just
Yeah.
dope.
Called pieing off a corner.
Got it,
So like
you're
you
using
hug
it.
the side. You-
It's not a decent tactic at all, actually.
No, it's actually
not.
very outdated.
Very outdated.
It's not even allowed anymore.
in the center of the body,
Right.
the shoulders come out. So
No, it's
utilizing
not.
that technique and basically
That's not correct.
This is not the center of the body. Look, it's not the center. This is the center. This is not the
a
center.
lot of people know that we actually do a lot of hot wire
Okay.
stuff in special operations. So like we want to get away from breaking the glass on like a car window or something, but you can't.
That's some new gen stuff. That's some new gen
Yeah.
stuff. It's not happening nowadays.
We didn't use cars in my time
Yeah.
at all.
We walked. Best case scenario, we got a horse.
Piece. Knives, sometimes we carry have glass breakers, and then the hot wire tool kit that we used had this little.
You got a glass breaker right here in the special forces, right here.
Yeah, I got two. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Simple.
I don't know if this guy's.
So it depends again what kits you have. I know this game in particular, there's like all different levels of different kits. He's got multiple kits.
Right.
Put meds through his clothes,
Oh look,
through
baby.
dirty skin.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I mean, you need alcohol, you need chlorhexidine, you need betadine, something to clean.
You don't.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
You don't need that.
You just put some water on from the river on the
on it,
wound.
yeah.
It'll clean up. It'll
be
buff
good.
out.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. When people come into the
Not really.
No, I killed them both.
I just, yeah.
Fun fact,
Right.
I got cellulitis in Ranger School.
Oh, there you go.
And my ankle.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Let's
Alleged.
school, maybe
Alleged.
Ranger School. Let's keep that.
Alleged.
It's alleged.
Might have been the Scouts Ranger he's talking
It
about.
might
We
be
don't know.
Scout Ranger.
Might be.
That first
Yeah.
shot's going to fragment it, and then that second shot's going to continue to push through that plate and push through that plate.
That's true. That's true. We don't wear armor in the Special Forces.
No,
though.
we don't wear
We
armor.
don't.
We don't.
a fixed space surrounded by fluid, right? So it's gonna go.
No, it's not necessarily true. It might be dry in there. I can move mine around a little bit.
It depends on person to
Yeah.
person, I think.
Ooh, do they show these guys credentials in the end? Maybe, I don't know.
Let's
Maybe a medal or
Let's try
something.
to find that out
Yeah,
later.
we'll check that out later.
Yeah, I don't want to throw out any accusations, but
Most hard things to mitigate, just because identifying friendly forces.
pretty easy. You know who's on your side.
You know who's using
If they're
yeah.
behind you, they're on your side. If they're in front of you, they're not.
Yeah.
And if they're in front of you, if you're not with me, you're against me.
If you can see a person in your scope, that's an enemy. Doesn't matter how they
Very
look.
simple. Very
Doesn't
simple.
matter how they look.
Frontline trace. At nighttime, it's
No communication on my part. I don't communicate.
No.
That's
That's
for
a risk.
Marines. That's
for
for
me.
Navy people.
When you start communicating, you start to put people at risk of
Yeah.
being discovered.
That's Navy shit.
That's Navy shit.
If you ever seen like Saving Private Ryan when they're running
That
up to
happens.
the Americans and they're like flash, and the guy.
I was actually there
It
on the
was-
set
was
filming.
It was
it
based
was
on
best on us.
some of my memoirs.
Yeah.
So you guys have safe words.
We have safe words.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Well, actually,
And that's how.
Right. So I don't know about this safe words they're talking about.
Yeah, the safe
and
word.
passwords.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking around and talking. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not sticking around and talking.
That's
You're-
for the Navy people.
Either you've been shot at this point, or I've decided
Yeah.
to not shoot you.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no passwords, nothing like this.
Second.
I'm not gonna run in and start doing CPR on somebody. I'm gonna see, okay, are they awake, alive? Are there just the leads off? Like,
Yeah, you go into
just
critical
like-
thinking.
Right. You boom. Think for a second.
I don't scream anything.
Nothing.
First of all, they're both in front of me. I'm shooting both.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
You shouldn't have been there.
Shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Bad place to be.
Frag grenade right there.
Frag, bullet, double tap, move on.
Yeah.
A target number, and we'll write targets on the targets, right? Or we'll write a bunch of numbers on a single target. Turn around, identify where that.
That's not what I would have done. I would have just shot right away. If I hear a noise, I'm shooting right away in that
Bam,
direction.
move, fire,
Move, fire, move, fire.
The keywords: move,
Kill,
and
kill,
fire.
kill. That's
kill,
all- that's
kill.
all we
that's
know.
all. That's all we know. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Vestibulocochlear nerve, which is cranial nerve 8. There's no treatment for it. There's no medications, nothing.
That's why I feel he knows a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been in the service, but I don't know. He doesn't know
He
enough.
might have chat GPT'd some of this information.
It could also be chat.
They might be reading a prompt
maybe,
right now.
Maybe J or OTC, something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, might be.
Circular canals. So when that gets disrupted by blast injuries
They actually didn't show the right picture there.
No, they
That's
didn't.
not the
They
right
didn't.
picture.
Yeah.
for a second, you
Yeah.
kill yourself, but then you're in this like weird, situations where I can't just like, or
That's not true, but
No.
we're showing some fake weird things
It's
here.
somewhere else. That's not. That's
Your
not
ear
it.
is just a hole that goes to the brain. There's nothing
Yeah.
happening more there.
So
it's like sweet headset.
yeah, so it's like sweet headset, and it amplifies the noise around me, so I can hear like people, footsteps and
Right.
whatnot. But once
Allegedly.
We don't have pelters today even in Special Forces.
No,
we just close our ears when we're shooting the
Yeah.
gun.
We can kind of decide whether we want to hear it or not.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we can do with just our ears. We don't need a headset.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
we train for that. We have a special training
Yeah.
for that, and he would know that if he had actually been through Army Ranger School.
Yeah.
Let's cut it right
Let's
there.
cut it right there. Listen, guys. These guys,
Alleged doctor.
alleged doctor,
Army Ranger.
alleged Army Ranger.
I don't want to throw out the stolen valor accusation. Maybe it's
I
been
know.
in the service. I don't know.
He might have been.
But
He
let's
might have
not get ahead of ourselves.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Some real questionable tactics
Yeah.
from both parts. From both parts. A lot of talking. Maybe not that much that made sense.
Yeah, maybe
not
it's
that
the new generation stuff. Maybe we're just
New
too
gen.
old for it.
New gen. Yeah.
That might be it. That might be it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this reaction video from us at Kill Count Classified. I'm your host, Kyle Striker, and with me I have,
Jason Steele.
and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.